Have you ever felt spiritually lost, disconnected, or alone? This is often referred to as the dark night of the soul. The dark night of the soul is a concept that originates from a poem written by 16th-century Spanish poet and mystic Saint John of the Cross. It is a metaphor for a specific period in one's life, a spiritual crisis, if you will, where one feels completely cut off from the divine or whatever higher power one believes in. It's an experience that can be profoundly unsettling, as it often comes unbidden and may leave one feeling as though they are wandering in the dark, bereft of the comfort and guidance they once found in their spiritual practices. The dark night is not just a crisis of faith, but also a crisis of identity. It's as if everything you thought you knew about yourself and your place in the universe is suddenly cast into doubt. It's a time of questioning, of reevaluating, of letting go of old beliefs and making room for new understanding. But it's important to understand that the dark night of the soul is not a punishment or a sign of failure. Quite the contrary, it's a sign of spiritual growth. It's a phase, a transition, a necessary part of the spiritual journey. You see, sometimes we need to lose our way in order to find a new path, a deeper understanding, a more authentic connection to the divine. Many spiritual teachers and mystics throughout history have experienced their own dark nights, and they all emerged from this period with a deeper, more profound understanding of themselves and the universe. They found that this period of darkness was not an end, but rather a beginning, a necessary step in their spiritual evolution. So if you're experiencing your own dark night of the soul, know this: you're not alone. This is a normal part of the spiritual journey, and it's something that many have gone through before you. But remember, the dark night of the soul is not a permanent state. It's a transition, an important part of your spiritual journey. Imagine a world where every prayer feels like a direct conversation with the universe. The divine dialogue can make that a reality. This groundbreaking approach is changing lives by turning prayers into powerful dialogues. If you're seeking answers, clarity, or just a deeper connection with the divine, your search ends here. I'll leave a link in the description below this video to start your journey with the divine dialogue and experience the power of true spiritual communication. So, how do you recognize when you're in the dark night of the soul? Well, this spiritual crisis often manifests as a profound sense of feeling lost or disconnected. The world that once made sense suddenly seems devoid of meaning or purpose. You might feel like you're wandering aimlessly in a dark forest, unable to find your way back to the path. Alongside this disconnection, you may experience intense inner turmoil. This isn't your everyday stress or anxiety. It's a deep, gut-wrenching feeling that something is amiss at the very core of your being. It's like a storm raging within, bringing with it waves of despair, doubt, and confusion. You might also find yourself questioning things you once held as truth, experiencing a profound spiritual doubt. This can be incredibly disorienting and painful. Recognizing these signs is the first step to navigating through this spiritual crisis. Now, you might be wondering, how do you navigate the dark night of the soul? To begin, it's crucial to acknowledge that navigating this spiritual journey is not about sidestepping the darkness, but rather about moving through it. It's about recognizing the depth of your pain, your fear, your confusion, and then, rather than resisting, choosing to embrace them. Imagine being in a dark room. The first instinct might be to reach for a light switch, but in this case, the darkness is not an enemy to be conquered. It's a companion, guiding you towards a deeper understanding of yourself and your spiritual journey. Let's break down this journey into 3 clear, manageable steps. First, seek support. The dark night of the soul can be a lonely experience, but you don't have to walk this path alone. Reach out to trusted friends, family, or spiritual guides who can lend an empathetic ear, offer words of comfort, or simply sit with you in your moments of darkness. Second, practice mindfulness. This means being present with your feelings and experiences without judgment. Mindfulness allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions, to understand them, rather than being overwhelmed by them. This can be achieved through meditation, journaling, or other mindfulness practices that resonate with you. Finally, embrace the journey. The dark night of the soul is not a punishment, but a path to spiritual growth. It's a process of shedding old beliefs, patterns, and identities that no longer serve you, and making space for new, more authentic ways of being. It may be difficult, but remember, every sunrise follows a night. Remember, this is your journey, and every step you take brings you closer to spiritual enlightenment. Embrace the darkness, move through it, and you'll find yourself emerging into a dawn of deeper understanding and connection. So why is it so important to navigate the dark night of the soul? Well, imagine standing at the edge of a vast, dark forest. You know the journey through will be challenging, even terrifying at times. But on the other side, there's a sunrise of self-discovery waiting, a new dawn of personal transformation. That's the dark night of the soul. It's more than just a period of spiritual crisis. It's a bridge to a deeper, more profound connection with the self and the universe. The potential for growth that comes from navigating this dark night is immeasurable. It's like stepping into a cocoon of darkness, only to emerge as a more enlightened version of oneself. This journey can lead to a profound transformation, a metamorphosis of the soul that leads to a deeper understanding of the self and one's place in the universe. Beyond personal growth, navigating the dark night of the soul also strengthens our spiritual connections. As we walk through the darkness, we learn to lean on the universe, to trust in its wisdom, and to find solace in its guidance. We learn to listen to the whispers of the universe, to understand its subtle signs and signals, and to trust in its divine timing. Navigating the dark night of the soul is about finding light in the dark, about transforming despair into hope, and about forging a stronger, deeper spiritual connection. To summarize, the dark night of the soul is a challenging but necessary part of the spiritual journey. We've explored its complexities, learned how to recognize it and understand its significance. We've also discussed navigating this phase, emphasizing the importance of patience, courage, and faith. It's a transformative experience that paves the way for profound spiritual growth. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Reach out, seek support, and know that this too shall pass. Are you ready to unlock the secret to instant, meaningful spiritual communication? The Divine Dialogue is your guide to achieving unprecedented clarity and answers in your spiritual practice. This isn't just about praying, it's about connecting on a level you've never experienced before. Dive into the mystery and see for yourself the difference it can make. Click the link in the description below this video to open your gateway to a whole new level of divine conversation. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. And don't forget to leave a comment below letting me know what you think.